Banditos, we are live in the Division 2, and yeah, the summertime event, we got a patch. We're going to talk about all of that and do some gameplay. Let's get into it.
predicted way out. I phone like an attack dog. How late you wanna stay out? It's past your curfew when it's dark. I'm searching for you in the park. Shady murdered him, another fucking. He just hit his mark. He met his quota for the month. They found the coda all rolled up inside a bag. He probably dragged the body for about a block.
And here we are, Banditos, back in the Division 2. It has been a few weeks since we have logged into this game. I gotta say, it's crazy. Biggest break I've taken from the Division 2 since probably 2019. Yeah, we've been over there in the first Descendant. I'm sure you guys know that. Got over 400 hours in that game. It's insane. I got more gray hair now. I'm older. I'm now older officially. But loving that game. But here we are here to see what is going on. So they just put out a patch. We're going to cover that. And then it's the summertime event. Here we are, late summer. I think this event should come a little bit sooner. But hey, it's here. So it's going to be a lot like the winter event if you were around for that. Basically, it's like a scavenger hunt that's broken across several days. And so it's encouraging you to log in on a regular basis for the most part to at least complete this project. So we're going to do a little bit of that. But before we do, let's go ahead and take a look at the patch notes. So this is that. Let me zoom in here. Load this up for you guys. Cool. So title update. 21.3. These are the patch notes. They're gonna be very light. So this went live overnight. So they fixed the crashing issues on the character selection screen. So this was a major bug that started last Tuesday. So it took them a week to get this resolved, and hopefully it did. I'm seeing some comments that those that didn't have the issue now have the issue. We'll see. But for me, I was able to log in. I was able to log in last time too. So. Fixed various crashing issues related to group activities and the loading screen, and then added various stability and performance improvements. So it was a stability patch. And then with it came the activation of the summer event. So it's the summer break. Take some time. Yeah, summer break started a while ago. Take some time to reset and refresh yourself with the Division 2. So it starts on August 6th, that's today, and ends on August 20th. So there's a lot of time to do these things. You can bundle them all up if you want to, and you can, I'm not sure you can skip some. I can't remember if that's the case. You guys remember that? I feel like you had to do one to get the next. I feel like it's a chain of events, but I can't quite remember. Yeah, my kids are getting ready to go back to school too. You are right. So we have that, and then 7 new projects for players to take on with 9 rewards to unlock. And we're going to go through some of that. Steam achievements. So they, progress, Ubisoft Connect, yay. World tier removal. What is this? So fix the issue with several specialization skill mods requiring the player to be level 40 to equip. Fix the issue with players being unable to talk to Agent Kelso in the Reach the Castle mission, so that's in New York, if they reach level 40 before progressing in the main story. And then they fixed the issue with being unable to matchmake once Woni was started on a new character. So there's a lot of, there's been some chatter going on. I've been hearing from like Latina that some things are weird with the whole watch system now and side missions. I wasn't quite clear on what the issue was, but it's funky, and the steps are weird because you have to talk to the quartermaster, and then there's this whole side mission. I understand there's a whole side mission. It's not as easy as just talking to the quartermaster. That there's an actual side mission. The quartermaster is not the side mission. He activates the side mission. Something like that. And then it's, I think, a little buggy on top of that. Anyways, we got to experience that. We're probably not going to get to it today. It's a new character thing, and I am planning on revisiting my new character. It's kind of sitting there at like level 34. I'm going to actually reset it back to 1. So, Squatty, 3 years now. Holy moly. We are related. Blood brothers. Appreciate you, man. Holding it down while we've been mind wandering. Hot squad. Yeah. Well, we're gonna be balancing back the Division 2 into my regular schedule. So now that I kind of got everything ramped up on the first Descendant, I'll be covering both a little bit more even. But yeah, lots to discuss there. We'll talk about that more throughout the stream, and it has to do a lot with, you know, the devs' deliveries. And I think the whole season is sort of a dud altogether. More to talk about that in this stream, so stick around if you want to hear my thoughts as I digress. Okay, gear and talent. So fix the issue with the rules of engagement talent, amplifying skill damage in addition to weapon damage. Rules of engagement. What's rules of engagement talent? I don't remember what that is. Cool. So fix the issue with the textile vendor Danny selling. That was supposed to be fixed a long time ago. Fix something I heard on the line that people were saying that they can't even find the snitch, that they're doing their usual loop like 6 times and not seeing him. I don't know if that's happening for you guys. Thanks, squad. The dashboarding issue is still broken. Yep. Fix minor visual issues with agent gear, including backpack strap, hands clipping. Cool. Fix the issue where mods were not being deconstructed after enabling mod deconstruction and restarting the game. Iron Horse Banner says no leaderboard available on all platforms. We're currently investigating this issue. All right, cool. So let's head on over to the well, we're at the known issues board. Let's see what they got going on over here. Let me zoom this out a little bit. There we go. Okay, so reported, nothing. Investigating, missing ammo. I thought that was gonna make it this patch. The missing ammo thing. That's too bad. That's been around for a while and been on the gripe list for a while. So there's a visual bug causing agents loadouts to not appear when inspected. That's got to be fixed by now, right? Vanity, exclamation mark. These 2 things have been there forever. Okay, in progress, some classified assignments are grayed out on the map. Call for backup. This is huge. Isn't this console wide? Isn't this happening for everybody? Are you on Xbox and PC and not able to get this? Call for backup. Acquiring minds want to know. Dark Hours leaderboard, they discussed that. The agent sprint stopping, that's been there for a while. Palisades has been there for a while. Global event Green Cloud's been there forever. Fix live, I'm not going to go through these, but yeah, I think we covered that last time overall. Okay, let's flip the page on over to the summer event. This is a 2-minute read, so we're going to go quickly through this, but notice that weapon in hand. I think the devs are trolling us. So let's see here. It's the summer break. Take some time to reset and refresh yourself with the Division 2 starting August 6th. That's today until the 20th. We're going to help you beat the heat with activities that are bound to cool you off. Good marketing talk. Summer project. So the summer event is a chain of 7 projects that will put you on track to reap some awesome rewards. So I don't think you can skip rewards, but we'll see. Whether you've reached endgame or are still working your way there, as long as you've unlocked the project systems, you'll be able to earn everything. What's on offer? What's on offer, you ask? It's a weird phrase. The Odeya Cowboy. This is a cowboy that likes to swim, I guess, in his boots. So it's very uncomfortable. Completion of every project will net you 8 cosmetic pieces from the new Odeya Cowboy set, as well as the named weapon. The cooler. It's not a new weapon, but it does something new. You'll also be able to purchase the corporate cowboy variant of the set through the store. Well, that looks like something I want to buy. What do you guys think? Does that look like something you want to pay for? Because it's for sale. I'm sure there's some surfing cowboy fanatics out there. All right, so the cooler named weapon is exclusively available to those who complete the summer project chain. After completion, it becomes obtainable through encounters with the hoarder. So I'm not sure if this is going to be a named weapon or an exotic. We'll figure that out. But oh, it's a named weapon. It says right here. Okay, so it used to be an exotic. It's a good weapon variant though. The weapon shoots a stream of water. Shooting an ally agent will build up stacks. Max stack is 5, while the meter has at least 1 stack. The target will have 50% hazard protection. Stacks deplete every 1 second. So that is pretty good. Hazard protection, 50%. But it's junk, right? It's junk. The majority of us play PvE gameplay, and majority of us play legendary strongholds, heroic missions, and heroic open world. So where in there is 50% hazard protection going to be worth it instead of, I don't know, 50% weapon damage or bonus armor or armor on kill? Because the exotic version of this, which is the Doctor's Home, gives you armor on kill without having to leave cover. So, I mean, to the whole team. What is it, 10%? I think it's 10%. So it's amazing, and it's an amazing weapon. You mark the target, you don't even have to get the kill, if I remember right. Somebody else can get the kill. So, I mean, I'd rather run that, even as a healer. But there's special situations this weapon could come into play, so I'm not going to discount those situations. One of those is going to be PvP. But if you're playing conflict, are those battles really long enough to even deploy something like this? I don't know if it's really worth it. Is the PvP audience big enough to dedicate the summer project weapon to that audience, where we've already had a shit show of a season where everything has been dedicated to PvP this season, right? The faster move speed, PvP. You know, the shotgun that slows them down, PvP. So PvE isn't getting any value out of those weapons, and PvE is not going to get any value out of this weapon, with the exception of the raid. Perhaps Iron Horse, the Furnace Room, you know, that guy can get a squirt when the windows are broken above. But I think that whole thing goes so fast, I don't think he needs a squirt, you know? And there's white mechanics, that's really what you're worried about. I just don't know where this weapon is going to be worth anybody's time, you know? So there's circumstances, like very short little moments where this could be used, and it's just not that important. Most people just survive, you know? Like, for example, there's the kind of that little intermediate room between boss 1 and 2 in Iron Horse where things heat up in there. But, you know, people are running reviver hives. If they go down, then they just get back up. And what does that whole thing take? Like 30 seconds, you know? So the healer's not even gonna have time to squirt anybody with that shit. with that shit. So, what up, Postal? Rizzle. So it's you know, it's just a pointless weapon, and probably the only people that are excited about it are the heavy-duty PvP players, because it's one more thing sort of to exploit and to annoy the opponents, because that's what it is, right? That's the status effects thing, and that's what this is, right? It's a counter to status effects, and so it's always an annoyance in that game mode. You know, whether you're dishing it out or you're blocking it, you have to overspec one way or another if the game is balanced, and it just, I don't know, it just takes the fight out of the fight. But it is what it is. It's disappointing because it's, again, it's like they're missing the larger player base with this type of stuff, you know? And we've already had a bad delivery this season, so the whole season was bad delivery and gear. So each day, new projects are unlocked on the chain. Upon your next login, the upcoming project will be available to you to start. As soon as you finish, the next one will become available. Okay, so it is. So you're not going to be able to... I don't think you can skip them. You have the flexibility... Oh, wait. You have the flexibility to complete these projects at your own pace, but remember, all of them must be completed by the 20th. All of them must complete... Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. The Hoarder during this event will be stocked up on various seasonal items from the past, as well as the cooler named weapon. Oh, so that's how we're going to get it. I would figure it was the end reward to this thing, but only after it's unlocked via the summer projects. Oh, there's the answer to my question. Commenting too soon. We hope you have a super chill summer. So yeah, these events are fun. It gives you something else to do, you know. No doubt. I just wish that reward was better, and I know there's a lot of feedback on the outfits, but it is what it is. It's free. What are we gonna say? Okay, so shall we get to it? And then also we have the unlocked Manhunt, which has also been a dud this season. One of the worst parts about this season, not to sound super negative, but it is. It's just basically do the same activities you're already doing, and we're going to give you a calm. And that's lame, right? And they've all been like that, and it was the same thing last season, but last season at least had a really good storyline to it and mystery and was intriguing, and you can do it once, right? But to do it back to back is lame. So, and it's really lame. Like, you don't even know you're in the Manhunt when you're doing the Manhunt. But you're just like, yeah, okay, I'm gonna go complete this particular run. And then I'm gonna go complete this particular one. But it's just the same shit. So it is what it is, but we're gonna do it. So let's do it. Okay. And then the project, so we gotta group up. So this is how you access your summer project. You probably already know this, but it's here waiting for you, and it tells you what we got to do for the day. And so it looks like we got to complete 2 missions grouped up. One of those missions is probably for us going to be the legendary Roosevelt Island. It's a fun one to do, and it gives you an exotic at the end of it. So why not? Why not do that one? Yeah, you guys down for legendary Roosevelt? I could use some homies. Let me make sure my game is unlocked. Yeah, friends at clan, if anybody wants to play with me, I would love the support. So please just jump on in as I put together the build. I think I'm gonna, you know me, I'm a sniper guy. I'm a sniper in every game I play. So there's that. I'm working on a build video. I'm gonna try to get it out in the morning. I was hoping to get it out this morning, but I burned the Midnight Owl playing the other game like a psychopath. Let me clear some of these. The darkness. I don't like that gun too much. I wish blind was more prevalent in this game. More ways to passively dish it out. So I'm not going to run my Hunter's Fury, but I think I'm going to run, you know, I've been really enjoying the Nemesis in this game letely. So let's try that. Let's maybe an explosive resistant Nemesis build. Let me just tailor a couple of things. So let's put the Nemesis up front. And then ensure that we have something really strong here. I'm missing something, probably a Langmo. Probably a Legma piece. Let me, yeah. Ooh, that's a good one too. Let's see where explosive resistance is at. I'm the only one in this game that runs explosive resistance. It's me, and who else does it? Is it you, squad? It's somebody, it's one of the boys. It's Sick Jim, isn't it? I think it's Sick Jim. He's the other one that runs explosive resistance. It's just me and him. We're the only ones that love it. You guys are missing out on explosive resistance. There's some cool explosive resistant builds out there. So we're at 75%. And that's probably good enough. I don't need to overdo it. Let's see where we are here. Incoming, repair, explosive resistance. I want a fixer and a decoy. Let's make sure our mods are right because things change. Let's go into our sharpshooter specialization. Make sure we have the same stuff going on here. Right weapons. All right, good. And then let's re-roll this to a red core. Let's see that. Cool. And then probably headshot damage here. I'm sure we're overpowered, but let's go out there flexing. Cool. I think we're good. We got kind of a full team. We got BL Jack in the house. Look at that. What up, Acolyte? What's good? The man of the hour, Dragon. Why are your things all grayed out? the mailbox have? Ooh, we're full in our mailbox. When did that happen? How long have we been full here? Gotta fix that. We'll fix it later. What up, Dragon? You're looking good, man. You been working out? All right. Oh, Grumpy, do I have to invite you? We still got that weird thing going. I have no idea why that's. You're the only one that can't jump in on me. It's so weird. I mean, we're even in the same clan. Like, I don't get that. I don't get that. You're on my friends list. We're in the same clan. It's just the weirdest thing. Anybody else want in? Did we get everybody? Chevy? Anybody? Pipster, are you on? Pips? Oh, you're the one, Pips. Yeah, was it a, were you running the skill build? I wasn't sure if you were jumping in. Let me scroll up because I was looking at my build. Chevy, are you in? Chevinator? Well, I'll just throw invites out. How about that? Chevy! TuxedoBandido! Where are you? Yeah, we gotta get Chevy in here. Where is he? Where's this motherfucker? Oh, he's not on. He doesn't look like he's on. I don't see him on. Yeah, I don't see him. Or well, I'll just leave it open. Okay, I'll just leave it open, Chev. You jump in whenever you're ready. Because we can do this with 3, right, boys? So let's do mission mode. Put this to difficulty. Toggle mission mode. Legendary. Set difficulty. Back. Did that work? TuxedoBandido. I feel slow in this game altogether, even not as a bunny. There are movement speed. It's I mean, third person always feels slow because it's a better perspective, right? But still, yeah. Okay, I think we're good. And I'm looking for my grapple right now. Like, where's my grapple? Okay, so we got to snap to cover. And we can tuck and roll, which is double A, or which one is it? Is it double A? Yeah, okay, double A is tuck and roll. Oh wait, sorry, I was trying to figure out how to do my skill and I destroyed my... God, it's so nice not having to press 2 buttons to activate your skill. I was getting sick of that. God, my my aim is super tight over here compared to that game. Like, my aim sensitivity. It's a lot of control. Maybe too much. Come here, you fucking medic. Look at that head. There it is. One tap in elites. That's good. Damn, my decoy is still out because of his artificer hive. It's crazy. It's been out there like the whole time. It's quite the buff. $47 mil. What's up? What's up, right? 47 mil. What's up? All right, is that all we have at dogs? Yeah. Oh, I hear a voice. There's a medic out there. Is the special ammo working right now? Yeah, it is. Somebody was complaining about that. Damn it. Look at that. Sniper's way back there. She sees me though. Got her. She was way the fuck back there. She looked like she was out of my range. Is somebody else still alive? Oh yeah, there he is. Yay. Chevito, the bandito. 61 million. You guys are buffing me. You're making me look good. Must have been Chevito. Let me go take it down on Warhound. Really? Fucking three. How did that fucking happen? Landed at 340,000? Look, what? What is that? All right. How do you go from 61 million to 340? Guy is awfully movie. Moves a lot. This healer. There we go. There's our clue. I'm out of range. Yep. Lost our buff. How's that not working? It looked like it was right on to me, man. The barrier was taking it. $22 million to the chest and he's still fucking standing. Weak. One lonely soldier. He's not gonna give up. They should have a I give up mechanic. The last guy should just be like, F it, play dead. Just do us all a favor. Right, Benji? Weirdest update ever. They're moved. We lost our grappling hooks. See you. Just using it too, though. That was close. A little sniper battle. Oh, damn you, man. Are you done? Are you done? Fuck it. Fucking clowns. Screen shake is tough in this game, man. It's pretty aggressive. Yeah, the enemies in this one, they're crazy. They don't stop moving. They look tactical, but I think they're just confused. I don't like these boxes in my way. 44 million on that helmet. Come on, give it to me. Not too late. Ah. The last two guys are just going to spend all their time running around. Let's just look tactical. See? I mean, you could have taken a shot, right? Jesus, Bobby Flinch is tough. Ooh, that heal is... Look at him healing through all that shit. Kind of weird that you can't jump in this game. Just a little hop. Feel pretty glued to the ground. God damn it. All right, let's switch guns for this. See what we got in the arsenal. Not much. Just put an assault rifle. Watch the ammo go. Let this hang out by the ammo box. You guys, these warhounds. Sneaky warhound. You need to give these warhounds heads. It's inspect all the headshot damage and weapon damage. But we're just missing the heads part. 250 crits, 265, 286. I mean. Justin asks, what's one way to improve the Born Great build? Which one though? How are you running it? Like my Born Great build? The one that I put out? Like if you want the biggest increase to that build, you would want to run perfect focus on your chest piece, and then an 8x scope. That'd be the biggest way to improve it. I'm pretty sure, or regular focus with, you know, armor on kill options. Probably the other way. I'd probably do that. I'd run regular focus on a, I think that was a Palisades chest piece with obliterate, just because a lot of people are, some people are more comfortable with no scope, but I'm a big fan of the power that comes out of focus. It's huge. It'd be a major damage lift, depending on your playstyle though. I even like it for running gun, because I don't feel 8x scope is too zoomed in, but that's personal preference. And you don't have to be worried about always being at like max stack. Just like even partial stacks on focus is nice, because your build is already strong. You're running 4 pieces of striker. Yeah, and so with striker and born great, you're covered on the weapon handling side of things. And so from there, it's just armor on kill, so that you're healing as fast as you're killing. And the way that build is set up, you got it. And then it's running the Eagle's Grasp for even more handling. I think that's how that build is set up. I'm running the Eagle's Grasp gloves, the Palisades chest with Obliterate, if I remember right. I'm surprised I remembered some of these things. So sorry if I get it wrong. Oh, I can't roll. Fuck, our roll is bad here. Like, really bad. Oh, fuck him. Yeah, and then the striker, 4-piece striker everywhere. And I think striker's on the backpack also. Crits everywhere. You could put on some protection from elites. Not too much, but just like a piece or two, just to give you a little more defense also. And then, but otherwise, like, one way to step it up from a power perspective, if you were playing from cover, is definitely to go focus. I mean, that'd be a big, nice increase. But Obliterate's not bad. I mean, I think that, we'll just hold it down right here. Obliterate wasn't as good as focus before because of its time thing, but they did obviously improve that. So, you know, if you really are not wanting to be in scope, then you're just fine staying with Obliterate. Another thing you could do is run Firewall and then the shield and don't go scope and do shield play, and that pays out pretty good too. It's a good improvement. Oh. Man down, man down. There's no respawn in here. Yeah, I don't think you'd want the ninja bike there unless you really felt like that build. It depends on which version, because I think I created 2 versions, to be honest with you. And so I think we could get our wires crossed depending on which version you're running. But I wouldn't run the ninja bike on that one because the utility is already on the build. Born Great is your utility. Striker's got you some utility, and then if you put the Eagle Grasp gloves, that's the latest version. The Eagle's Grasp gloves is more utility. That's a ton of weapon handling. So I think the ninja bike, you could get more creative, but I don't know what you could add that's not already on the build, because if you stay with Gunner and 1-piece Palisades, then you got your 20% armor on kill. And so the only thing that would be helpful from the ninja bike perspective would be the extra core, but I would way rather have more armor on kill than the extra core. Or another way to do it, here's an option. is Bloodsucker on your backpack. So move that striker backpack off and put on Bloodsucker to get a ton more survivability. So if you're doing a good job killing, which you should be on it, that nice build, then you know, you can get a lot of defense stacked up there. Kind of play from cover still. I mean, you could go shield if you wanted to, but then you're gonna have 20% armor on kill. And then you're gonna have that Bloodsucker instead of damage, because the build is pretty strong on its own. If you're going to play like a lot of solo content, or you know, out of cover with the shield content, then try Bloodsucker with the firewall combo and palisades on your chest. And so you can only have 10% regular on kill, but then you're gonna have 100% bonus armor on kill. That's refreshable. And then for the other skill, I'd run a fixer to give you some heals underneath it all, since you only got 10% real armor on kill. And then of course you could always run a memento, which is one of my faves. Yay, we did it. Okay, so we got to do another. Ooh, look, I think I just got a unicorn almost. Almost. A Bellstone Headhunter with headshot damage. I'm looking for that. It's close to a unicorn. It's not a unicorn, though. If it had weapon handling, that'd be even more ecstatic. Yeah, so the Eagle's Grasp is a luxury. If you're running the Born Great, you really don't need it. Oh, look at you with the big horn. Nice, man. I won't steal that from you. Put it on the wall and frame it. So I think we got to do another group up mission, right? So far, so good, though. We didn't encounter any bugs. That was good. Or lay down, right, Sam? I agree with that. Like, it's kind of one of the things that would step up the game. I feel like there's little things that I would like to see in Division 3 that could completely change the way this game plays, right? Things like going prone. Let's just take it back to the White House for a second. Or let's do an invaded. Let's see if those are working correctly. You guys down for that? Camp White Oak. Oh no, we got to do the, well, let's do one Camp White Oak, and then we got to do the Manhunt stuff, if you guys are down to do that. Yeah, so like going prone, I feel like would be great. Running faster would be nice. I don't know what's up with games in that. They love to keep you slow. Being able to roll in all directions is good. Call of Duty is coming out with that Omni movement system, which is neat looking. If we can get something like that in the third person, that'd be nice. Yeah, I would like to see a lot more enhancements to our movements in this game. And then the melee, like, give us a strong melee, man. I don't know what's with games in a weak melee. It's just like, I want to step up to the enemy, and if they're that close, if I'm playing that kind of risk, I should be able to at least stagger him. And this is like, doesn't do shit. And there's no way to buff it, really. I mean, you can get 500% increase to melee, and it still doesn't do it. It's like, fuck. What's it gonna take? fucking drone lady. Come here. Keep moving. Just keep moving, drone lady. Just keep moving. Did you already finish your manhunt, VL Jack? I'm curious. Mulong! What up, man? Just fuckers. That's all he had to say about that, huh? Fuckers. Oh, that's funny. Bulletproof bush, huh? Oh my god. That dodge. The duck and dive is so slow. Try ducking and diving, George. See how it feels. Grumps. You haven't done any of them? I think they're in downtown, right? West? Did I see that right? The Outcast Zone? I like this mission. I've always said I wish it became a stronghold. It's long enough.
You've got a division element headed your way. This is the real test. Leave it to me, sir.
Does, like, seeing things like what they did to Destiny and the development of Destiny 3 and how they killed it, does that worry you about the Division 3? Because I think like if the devs, if Massive continues to do such a poor job with Division 2 in maintaining its audience, I think that it could very likely happen to the Division 3. Be like, oh, the game's dead. There's nobody wants this game anymore. And it's just like, well, it's because they did it wrong. It does kind of worry me because I mean, we saw them kill Heartland, and so it's not improbable. And then we see games with a strong player base like Destiny go, fuck, that's way bigger than the Division, right? I know Blizzard, Microsoft, they're not. Activision, these type of game companies, they're not Ubisoft and Massive, but still. Jesus. I didn't think I'd ever see them cancel that game, to be honest with you. Riley the Knife. You can see me and I cannot see him. Yeah, I think the new Star Wars is gonna be dead. I think it's gonna be like, I mean, you know, Star Wars players are gonna gravitate to it because they love Star Wars, and I love Star Wars as a franchise. But the games are also heavily critiqued by these communities. I mean, look what happened to Acolyte. They say that it ruined the Star Wars. That's crazy. I think they're taking too much feedback from the studios, from the movie studios, Disney and what was the other one they did? The Blue People one. Avatar. I think they just, you know, they're probably taking too much feedback for those groups, and then it kills the fun out of the game. That, and then they just kind of reskin some of their older games. Because they think it's a winning formula, you know. And it was for that time period, right? Like, I think they were great games for when it was released, but too much of I've been there, done that. You know, even behind a fancy title is just not going to be a good thing. We're not idiots. I mean, I think it could be one of the worst things you could hear about a new game is like, it's Far Cry reskin. But it has worked, and it can work. I mean, look what Nexon did, right? It's like a mini open world looter shooters mashed together, so it can work. but you're kind of putting together a fantasy game, right? Like, and what I mean by fantasy is like best of series, like best of these games, not just copying it flat out. Like, oh, this is what people love about that game. Let's use that. You know, no shame in it from some publishers, right? Next on that, no shame in it. And at first it was a critical thing, but then in the end, like, I was like, wow, I think it's kind of genius actually what they did here. I mean, what if the Division franchise did that? Like, let's take the best of Rainbow Six, the best of the Division, the best of Ghost Recon, and let's marry them and make a baby. You know, a whole new IP from the best of our Tom Clancy games. You know, they kind of did that with X Defiant. You know, they kind of did, right? Because they're using factions and abilities, but it's, you know, it's a first person. I think the biggest downfall of X Defiant, it's not a downfall because it's a great game, but I mean the biggest weakness of it is that their emphasis on competitive gameplay, like ranked stuff and whatever, you're going for the sweaties, you know, like I mean, I don't agree going too much for the casual gamer either, and that game is very inviting for casual players, but the rewarding system, the longevity of the game is in the ranked. It's got a separate system of rewards, you know. And I think, I don't know, I mean, I don't think a lot of people care about their rank. They care about the kill-to-kill action, the action. You know, you come for the fun, stick around for the rewards. And I know there's a lot of people that get really competitive in the game, but I don't know. It alienates the casuals. And there's a lot of casuals. I mean, you guys notice I'm not picking up any loot. I haven't picked up any really the whole time. Because everything I'm looking for in this game is so fucking rare. It's like, fuck it. And I don't need resources either, really. And then tighter stash space issues everywhere I fucking go. Everywhere you go. It was like that in Starfield for a while. It was like, it's still like that in Starfield. The First Ascendant has it too. The Division has it. It's like fucking everywhere. It's like a game feature. I mean, it does have to be there to a degree, you know, because if you have too much stash space, then you can hoard everything and nothing becomes rare. And then to balance that out, they would have to like make quality of drops poor. So yeah, we don't want that, but I'm just sick of dealing with stash space issues. I really am. Like, I've been dealing with it for so long. Really? Fucking wiggle. Marky Mark, what's up, brother? I just realized you were the one that made that comment. I didn't look at the name. I like this part here. The trees and the enemies waiting, guarding the house.
Remember your assignment. Extracting the stuff in those boxes is the priority.
Too late. They're almost on us.
Were you throwing riot foam grenades at those guys? If so, that was funny. 'Cause it was working. It's funny because it was working. Got one lonesome dove in the back. TuxedoBandido is attacking him. Good job, Chevs.
Hey, get a hold of yourself.
See if they dropped us anything good. Nope. Nothing I don't have already. Hey, quick note for you first descendant players, Grumpy and whatever. Like I was in there, I hadn't played Devour in a while, you know, since I got my Enzo up to par. And you know, I've been soloing all those swamp bosses and dudes. I'm sure you guys have too. But I went and played Devour. You can't solo him. Are you guys seeing that too? You can't solo Devour. They force you into a group.
Sorry to hear it, but stick to the mission.
Not Devour, I'm sorry. I don't mean Devour. God, what's his name? The one with the bubbles. It's not Devour. That's the Obstructor. Yeah, you can't solo the Obstructor. I didn't mean Devour. But boy, is he easy. And that's important because he has the Annihilation gear set. I mean, he's like a 1 minute kill in a group. You can almost one phase him, depending on your group. I've been in there with randos, but we should farm him. His gear set that he drops is really good. The Annihilation set. It's the one that gives you I think it's called Annihilation. It's the one that gives you skill health. Shields. It gives you shields and 11% at an 11%, and it gives you HP recovery. But it's nice when they're fast and easy. I mean, he feels even easier than like the Dead Bride and the Obstructor. I mean, and the Executioner. Because he's got big old weak points, man, right? Big old weak points. And, you know, he shoots poison at you, but it's not bad. He doesn't overdo it like Swamp Walker. He seems like one of the easier bosses. The only thing you have to contend with is the bubbles, but if your DPS isn't as good, like, you could almost bypass the bubble phase. I didn't get to do that with the teams I was running with, but we were damn close. You know, we had to deal with the bubble phase, but he was almost dead going into it, you know, so we just had to deal with that real quick, which wasn't hard. But yeah, so it's an interesting gear set, the 2-piece, good for like Sharon's, and we got the cowboy hat. Yay! Let's take a looky. I don't mind the cowboy hat. I don't know if I'm gonna wear it with the shorts. So feel free to stick with me if you guys want to play the Manhunt mission. I'm gonna try to zip through that. I want to maintain my progress in the season, so when the end one comes, I don't have to stack that too much. Yeah, the Dead Bride seems to be easy because, you know, as I play it solo, oh, that hat looks good on you. Looks good on you. Because she doesn't seem to have good healing capabilities, you know? She's a pain in the ass, right? But with her snow globes, and so her immunities are long, and she's got multiple immunities, but she doesn't seem to heal. That's a really good chest piece I got there. So the reason why it's good is because I put a red core on it. I wish I had handling, but it's not the end of the world. Let me delete that. Oh, we're a bunch of cowboys. Let me get mine on. Shit. Shit, boy. A bunch of cowboys. Hats. Yeah, it's just there for you. Yeah, boy. What? I actually like it. I think it's cool, man. It's got a little laser beam on it. You know, I'm not going to wear with boarding shorts. I wish it was black. What's with the mask? Why are they saying I got a new mask? Because I don't. Can I be a ninja cowboy? Samurai cowboy? Can you wear it with any? No. I'm gonna take off the eye patch. The eye patch was for me running around looking like I forget his name, but it was Samuel Jackson. Remember when he was playing as an actor, the boss, or like one of the Avengers leaders, part of that government agency, and he had that eye patch. Okay, I'm gonna fast travel this back. He wears an eye patch and a beret, and then Samuel Jackson looks great in a beret, right? In a Kangol. You ran the Nemesis in the DZ. That's a good place to run it. Super troll people. Except as soon as they spot you, they're all over your punk ass. That happened to me. So as soon as they realize that there's a Nemesis player out there, then they always rush you. And so an M870 as a backup weapon, the shotgun, could be a really good counter to that. And then just make sure you are patient with taking that shot. And I would even run a shield to buy you a second. So let them rush you, get really close in, switch over to your M870, and then whack them once in the head. Nick Fury, that's it. Carnitas is good for making babies. Where'd you hear that? That's funny. Now we are an effective team. Yeah. This hat gives me more DPS. What's up? Should we squat up and like take a group photo? Yeah, let's do that. Where should we do that? Let's do it by the chopper. Let's take a group photo by the chopper. Let's stand, let's go to each side of the pilot. Like, let's surround the pilot. Okay, let me see. And then I go into photo mode. I wish we had a gunslinger one that like held its position. So I'm taking a screenshot with my computer. So there's no animation behind that. Let me get a couple of different poses. Let me get pulled down, get like a hero perspective. Who's ever on my right hand, can you scoot in a little bit? Can you guys on the outside scoot in a little bit? The dudes on the two, whoever's the two on the outside, just inch over just a tiny bit. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. The guy clap, whoever's clapping, inch over. That's all we need. Everybody else is good. There we go. Thanks, guys. And then I will try to zoom in a little bit closer. There we go. Nice. That'll be fun. There you go. There you are. You're looking in the camera. Perfect. I got it. All right, I'll use that. I'll use that in tomorrow's video. Do shout out to the boys. All right, so let's figure out the manhunt crap. Projects, manhunt, and we're gonna go to downtown west, the world's end. This should be easy. This is gonna be missions. So, should we change our build? Probably, but I'll mark it on the map. So downtown west. Do I have to activate it or something? Manhunt. Click it. GG's, boy. I mean, it shouldn't have to be anything to do, right? It's just gonna be there. Unless it's a bounty. Or am I looking in the wrong zone? Sorry, let me... Oh, there it is. Yeah, I am looking in the wrong zone. I thought it was the Outcast one. I mean, it is an Outcast one, but... You know do manhunt? You know do the manhunt? I gotta turn on my AC in the background though. It's getting a little hot here. You know run breakfast? All right, yeah, I'm gonna change the build up. Let's keep it interesting. What is this one? It's a DPS build. We were talking about the Born Grey build. Kind of got me interested in running that now. Damn you! Do I have something I can spring off of? That. I don't know if the weapon is marked. We'll know when we get out there. But let's put the Born Grade on. And then let's try it with focus. That's what we were talking about. And then I'm not going to run perfect focus, even though I have it. I'm going to run Palisades. And then what I'm going to do is... Actually, I want a crit version. That one. And then I'm going to put focus on that. Oops, that's not what I wanted. No. Tinker that bad boy. There we go. You gotta shit the farm of the... I'll join you later, bro. I'll join you later. I know the feeling. I know the feeling of being addicted to a game. All right, and then let's put on Striker's knees. Okay, so before we were running the Eagle's Grasp, which I love, but what we're gonna switch up to is a Bloodsucker backpack. Which one though? Actually, we could put a Palisades Bloodsucker backpack and then run perfect focus on the chest. If I have it here, I might have to go grab it. Yeah, I do. That'd be even better. This guy got anything good? I doubt it. I doubt it. All right, perfect focus. One of the crits. They should have an equip from inventory option, don't you think? Like when you're in your stash and you see that piece, it should just go straight to equip. All right, let's look at our crit situation. Can't do that anymore. Crit chance 50, crit damage 91, so we're about right there. Thanks for joining, Bill Jack. I could use the help. Crit chance, and then I'm running the 8x scope, which you're gonna need for focus, and then we got this on the background. I'm gonna put crit damage here, and then I'm gonna keep one protection from elites. Captain Awesome in the house. Sorry, buddy, I don't know what you're up to, but we're gonna be running this. If you're from Milwaukee, you know. That's your name. I like that. It's one that I make. I make gamer music playlists for channel members as a thank you for helping me support the channel. How much ammo am I supposed to have? Isn't it 900 in assault rifles? Why do I only have 525 coming out of a base of operations? Anybody? Directives. Got it. We don't want directives. That's unnecessary. Yeah. Thanks, Real Jack. Let's see. I goofed. If you're from Milwaukee, you know. What do we know, man? What do we know? What do we need to know? I'm not from Milwaukee. We have a Milwaukee organ, though. I feel like that I need to know this inside secret. So the other thing I might want from this outfit is a pair of cowboy boots. I could use a good pair of cowboy boots. Just happened? Wait, what just happened? Oh my god, did Camp White Oak just reset? We just completed that, did we not? Are the invaded missions still completely broken? Where am I? How did I get over here? Why am I over here? Okay, I'm over here, VL Jack, wherever you are. Catch up, man. I was in the wrong place. What up, Airsoft? Welcome live. All right, new build. Now, I don't know if the specialization has the right weapons equipped, so we could be underpowered. But otherwise, I think we got everything in place. So we got 20% armor on kill with mega damage coming out of the chest piece. And we're going to be in scope. And we're not going to worry about how much in scope we are. We're just going to roll with whatever we get. And it tends to work out if you're landing those headshots, which this gun does a really good job of doing. You can just find somebody. Yeah, fucking lawnmower. Only game where they turn lawnmowers against you. Right. And they're fucking fast, man. Like, I couldn't even get a shot out on it. Ugh, I'm feeling squishy. That armor on kill, bonus armor on kill is not doing anything for me. Enemies are too busy running around to get a kill. You know what I mean? Too busy acting like maniacs. Man, they are tanky, huh? Project was supposed to unlock every day. Well, shit, I'm putting on my kickers, man. I don't know if it's gonna let me. But let me look at the project. That was kind of weird. I didn't expect that. It's complete. All right. So we grouped up 3 times, technically. 2 were missions. Yeah. All right, so let's check out our gear first. How do we get there? Apparel, here. Put on boots. Let's see. There they are. Yeah. I think I have to change the outfit. Unequip. Yeah, I don't want to wear red pants. There we go. There we go. Ooh, I like that they got that little glow behind them. How was my agent wearing that outfit? I feel like somebody else dressed him while I was gone. You're gonna wear a man. No, not the ladies' coat. Some of these things give you man boobs. I'll put on the leather jacket. Fuck it. Cowboys wear leather. Right, Grumps? Right, Jack? Cowboys wear leather. All right, let's bounty it. Lucina's Fear. Activate. And it's nearby. Blockade lifted. What did we do? We didn't do anything to lift the blockade. Who the fuck is that? That hurt. It's his skill. Which way are we supposed to be going here? Like I'm kind of lost. Guess we're in the right spot. Yeah, it's a new Manhunt. Yeah, not a lot of chatter about this season's Manhunt, just because it's under par from what we had in the past. Basically, just play missions that you've already played, and then there's this computerized message that says something weird. A lot of wrong NPCs around here. These aren't the fights. Because we're looking for True Sons. I hear a lot of tests. Maybe that's part of it. They're sending us back. I see a big golden arrow. And I hear a lawnmower. The lawnmowers. Alright, it's changed. Vacant zone. What are we missing here? Neutralize the frog. Oh, they're across the street. Probably. Fucker. Where'd you come from? Hanging out in the back, huh? Fucking sucks. see him? Still across the street. All right. What does he mean, a new healer? A new healer? Tanny! What up, man? Have we entered your time zone? So sometimes they drop Dark Zone exclusives in these season events, but not this one. The named guys will drop named Dark Zone things. All right, let's do the next one. Thanks for your support, BL Jack. You're the man. Toxic Alley, Downtown West. Is that going to be a bounty? No, I think it's Toxic Alley is a mission, right? Yeah, control point. Easy enough. I didn't mark it. Select. There we go. Kind of an annoying control point the way the layout is. So avoid those annoying guys too. How do I get down? Incredibly tanky, these dudes, huh? Damn. Sponge much? It's 1.122. There's more. Yeah, I like this gun. It's great. I'm still not sure about Bloodsucker. I don't know if it's doing enough for me in this scenario, the way the build is working. You know what I mean? Like when it's doing really well, it's when I got a lot of bonus armor, I don't need it. You know, it's like, might as well run the striker backpack in that situation. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that because these guys are just fucking too tanky. Like this is a perfect scenario, right? Like, what is Bloodsucker doing for me here? Now, with the memento, at least you'd be getting your regen, you know? Fuck, like, I'm out of ammo. Hold on. How do you jump over this shit? Can you? Is it X? B, right? Oh, fucking dizzy. God damn it. Losing control of your character feels bad. Doesn't it? Like when you're on fire, like it's one of the worst feelings in this game. So I can't control my character. It's frustrating. But on snipers, it feels really good, Bloodsucker, or pistol builds, any of the one-shots, you know, because you're earning it so fast. You might lose it fast, so you earn it fast. And with this one, it's just like you come across these really tanky situations, and it's like, I'm not getting any value out of my Bloodsucker. And then when I am getting value out of it, I don't need it. So it's always been like that with me on this. I struggle with this backpack option. So what I'm gonna do is put on the striker backpack here, and then I'm gonna keep this chest because I'm digging that, and then we're gonna run it with the gloves. The Eagle's grasp. Let's check our crits. So it's a smaller twist on the original build. So 50, 93 looking good. All right, let's see what's next. Manhunt. So bank headquarters, easy peasy. Probably make sure it's not invaded, and it's not. Can't wait to get my hands on a squirt gun. Something to take up more of my stash space. All right, so basically same play style, just more damage, less bonus armor. I think this is not right. Says it's in. Hold on. Let's get rid of these guys real quick. They're pestering us. Toggle mission mode. Heroic. Sorry about that. Hopefully it refreshes our heals. So should be Manhunt. Yeah. Oh, how annoying. It's just the same mission with a gold triangle. Man, right? What do you guys think? Anybody? What about new players? Like, can I hear from a new player? What do you guys think of these? You know what us old timers say. But from a new player, is it an enjoyable experience? I don't want to make that assumption for everybody.
Serious trauma detected.
I mean, these are the event we're waiting. This is the perspective, and you got to keep this in mind when you're thinking about this and your feedback to the devs. These are what we're waiting for all season, right? This is why we're playing this season. This is the new content. This is the new content. This is the content, right? The whole game is built on the structure of seasons. And we look forward to, wow, what new season Manhunt are we gonna get this season, right? And the gear is just compliments to it all, per the way the developers think. Now, for me, the gear is like the highlight of my season. But people come for the season events. They leave the game, they come back to the game. They leave the game, they come back to the game. It's what they look forward to. That's all they, you know. It's the center of the content, right? Does that make sense? The game is built on a seasonal structure. So you get to your end game, you beat it all, and you get your loot. And then what? The continuation loop is the seasons. So when they don't do anything for the season, but put a little gold triangle in the corner and then a voice message that only lasts half a second. She's not even talking the whole way through. At least do that. At least let her taunt us the whole way through, talk shit to us, something. But she gives one message at the very end, one little, it doesn't mean anything to me message, right? You know, and it's all gonna come together in the very end. Obviously, they're trying to recruit us. Obviously, they're talking about they need a healer because we destroyed Termite. And Termite was a healer. You gave us the healer traps, remember? Which sucked, by the way. .4645, and the handling feels a lot better. So it's just like, my point is, this is like, you know, game good or not, just a horrible Manhunt structure, you know, horrible. It's just like, and they did it once, and there was a big reveal, and it sort of made up for it, right? But the fact that they did it once, and there was more footage too along the way, if I remember right. I think there was. They weren't just, there was like, at least, I think we were getting comms and footage. I can't remember. Maybe it was just comms, but either way, it was just once. But now that we're doing it again, it's just like, wow, there's no new content this season. It's just these video messages. And I think it's because, is it because we loved it so much last season? Was it our mistake? Because we gave really good feedback on it, and it called I mean, it's possible, right? We gave a lot of positive chatter online about it. Oh, did you guys hear? Keener's alive. The big reveal. And Darth Vader's Luke's father. Kind of hard to hip fire in this game, huh? But so, you know, so they didn't handcraft any new content for us for the Manhunt. And so if you don't know what we're talking about, so before they would actually create, you know, they would take the same mission that we played in the past and create a variation to that mission for these manhunts. And so it was actually really exciting to play. And there were some bounties in there too, regular bounties also that were mixed in. So it was an all configured missions, but it was a mix of it. And so you look forward to those. Each, if I remember right, each boss. So there's 4 bosses plus the main boss, right? The main manhunt. And each boss had their own mission variation. So it'd be like Bank of Headquarters, but something would be different about it. They weren't big changes, but it added something new and a different experience. And I'm sure that took a major development effort on their part. But I think it paid off. I think we enjoyed it. The only thing we didn't enjoy is that they never, it was still the same loop. Like the concept never changed. And after so many, that does get old. And so they changed it, and this was the result. And now they're maintaining this result. And that's not good. I'll come get you. Hold on, bud. Get the big boy out of the way. Get out of my kitchen. Yeah, and so it's a very, I don't know, you know, I'm just curious, but if you didn't know any better, how does it feel? And I mean, as like a new player who didn't experience the past seasons, you know, it might not feel so bad because you haven't played the bank headquarters 1,000 times yet. Is that possible? You know, you see my point? Like if you're a new player, like this is still kind of a new mission for you. So replaying it for the manhunt isn't a big deal, and you don't remember the past manhunts before. They were exciting though. Remember Termite? And he was Roosevelt Island, if I remember right, and it was reworked in the end, and it was tough. I think it was, no, he was Tidal Basin. Yeah, and the only way you could get through it was with the traps, the heal traps, and it was different. It brought a different experience. It was nice because you felt like, wow, they really put some effort into this. You know, it was cool, right? You only play it once though, so there's the downside. You can replay manhunts. Most people don't, I don't think. What's Jump the Shark? I don't know that one, man. I don't know that one. Jump the Shark? I like it, though. I'm gonna have to look it up. What does it mean to jump a shark? It sounds like a bad thing, though, right? I'm kidding. I know what you mean. They shaft the bed. In my part of town, we say they shat the bed. I think they shat the bed on that one. Yeah, they did. They did. I think it's a meme. To be honest with you, I think it's kind of an FU by whoever made it. I'm not kidding. I really do think that. I think it's kind of, they're turning player feedback into, you know, kind of an inside joke. So if you guys don't know about that player feedback, the Doctor's Home was not appreciated when it dropped from what it did. It was a great gun with great DPS, but there was no it was impossible to use because you wanted to use it on really hard content like legendaries, and you had to go pick up tokens to get the armor on kill. And there was no build that made sense with it. Any armor on kill that you'd potentially receive would be lost to the damage you took to go get your token. Or you would just end up getting killed. So they fixed that part, and then the other feedback was nobody liked the look of it. Everybody said it looked like a squirt gun, a super soaker to be exact. And that's exactly what they delivered for this event. But you see, it was very negative feedback. And so it's kind of like, really, you just brought back that negative feedback. I don't know. It kind of, it's probably just me that thinks that, but it feels like a little distasteful. Lack of decorum, you know, because it's sort of like there's more to it to that. I mean, it's sort of like, you know, there's a lot of frustration on whether the devs are listening to our feedback or not. And that's sort of like, oh, you do hear our feedback. You did get that message. You just didn't do shit about it. They did eventually. But then just to turn around and re-deliver it, these devs do that. They've done that in the past. So, long time ago, the community was complaining about rainbow drops. And this is a time when min-maxing was very important in the game. So, because we didn't have the build diversity, and they hadn't rebalanced yet, and we didn't have that many parts or whatever to play with, especially on the survivability side. And so this is before the watch buffs, or maybe it was after, I don't remember. But the point is that we were complaining because we'd want like a Providence chest piece, but it was coming with like a blue and a yellow a lot as a sub attribute. And that was frustrating for the community. We're like, oh my God, I'm farming. There was no countdown, right? No countdown is just like super easy to farm. So this is before countdown. This is back in the day when the point of this game, of this looter shooter, the loot was gear. Now it's resources. We don't loot for gear anymore. They've made that a lot easy. They're basically guaranteed drops, right? They're not guaranteed, but really easy to get what you're looking for now because of countdown. But before, man, you'd have to play this stupid mission over and over again, and it was painful. It was grindy, man. Very grindy. I mean, probably most of my hours came from farming builds. It's not even a conversation anymore. Like, that piece is so unicorn, like, yeah, go to countdown. You know? But before, it's tough, man. So the community was complaining about these unicorns. Or not unicorns, sorry, rainbows. And we were complaining about the rainbows, and the devs are like, okay, we're gonna resolve it. And so they resolved it. And they rebalanced gears so that there was a higher chance that it was going to come with the coordinated attributes. So if it's a red, and it was just the first slot that they fixed. So you know how when you have a chest piece, for example, right? It has the red weapon damage, and then 2 sub attributes, and then your mod slot. Well, so they increased the chances of the first sub attribute, the first of 2, to have a higher chance of being on red. on a Providence. Done. Cool. All right, F Street. So, okay, so that's it. So the devs rebalancing, they fixed the gear, and that's what you're playing with today. But, there was a big but. The very next season, the same season, basically, the coming season of all of those changes, they delivered the Memento backpack, which is the rainbow of rainbow gear. It's like the Great Rainbow. It's like, it is. It is the Great Rainbow. And it was just like, and it's funny, and now it's the arguably the best exotic in the game, just out of all of the exotics. Somebody might argue something different, but man, based on the quantity of builds and solo gameplay, it's up there. You know, top 3, top 4 of all exotics. And I guess if we wanted to isolate it to just gear, it probably is, you know? I mean, if you experience, you can run it. I mean, you can run it solo, you can run it in group, you can run it in raids. I don't really recommend raids, but, you know, you can. You can. And once you have hours in the game, you could take that backpack in any content and feel like it's the best in your slot, because you can take advantage of its added survivability and the 3 cores and the pickups, because you're doing a good job killing. So it just comes down to how well do you kill. And if you kill well with the team and without a team, then it's a really good backpack. Either way, not many gear pieces offer as much value. Coyote's up there, the Vial's up there. Those are great gear pieces, right? But what if you're not running a crit build? The Memento works with a crit build or with a headshot build, or with a status effect build, or a skill damage build. It works for all builds. It's just a really good piece. It's the rainbows of rainbows. And in that case, they kind of showed us something, or they showed me something. I mean, I realized like rainbow builds are actually the best builds in this game. We say that a lot around here. Look at Hunter's Fury. It doesn't look like a rainbow build, but it is. The Hunter's Fury, the elements within it coordinate with its yellow, blue, and red counterparts. It's got a status effect. It's got armor on kill. There's your blue. It's got amplified damage. There's your red. It's a rainbow gear set. And there's been a lot more, and the community's come around. But it was sort of a funny slap in the face, and nobody realized it at the time, I don't think, and maybe still some don't, but it's just like, how, I mean, what's the irony? What kind of irony is that, right? Like, what kind of coincidence? The same as we're sitting here complaining about rainbows, then they give us this gear piece. It's got 3 cores, that one of each color, and it gives us 3 attributes of different types, where we're over here trying to min-max builds. You understand? Like, so this is a time where we're building crit builds, and that means no blue, none whatsoever, no armor cores whatsoever. We weren't building any armor cores. We weren't building any armor regen. We weren't building any armor on kill. Like, if anything, you had gunner for your armor on kill, and that was it. And that's what it took to survive. Heroic content was really hard back then. It is still tough. Still tough. Especially when you squad up with 4 people and their armor pool just skyrockets. And so this is kind of reminds me of that. It's kind of like that for me, you know. They bring us this squirt gun in a time where everybody was just complaining about it. They just fixed that Doctor's Own Weapon skin, you know. But it's on theme, so it's a little bit different. I get it, but it's just like, why didn't they give us a different gun, right? It's also recycled content too, which is also makes me shiver, you know. because we have a bad history in this game around recycled content. So I don't like to see it from principle. You know, just like, oh, those were the bad times of this game. Do not remind us of them by recycling content, because that's a recycled weapon basically. It just gave it a different purpose. But I mean, it's a squirt gun, so it's on theme that way. But still, I think they could have just given it a new weapon design. But did they not want to waste the development dollars? I mean, how expensive would that have been? You know, to foster a positive community experience, player experience. And there's been a lot of, going on a little bit of a tangent, but staying on subject, like, there's been a lot of feedback on these seasonal event weapons, you know. So like the Slayer, and I've seen people play with the Slayer like it's a good weapon, and that baffles me, by the way. It's like, you do realize it lobs snowballs, right? What am I missing here? I'm missing something. I realize that variant is one of the best sustainable damage SMGs in the game, but unnecessary to be lobbing snowballs. Hard as fuck to use. Gonna see it through. Fuck, that fire is long range. Hold on. Hold on, they're everywhere, man. Oh, I'm dizzy as fuck. I think this is the last one here. I'm coming. Poor VL Jack. Sorry, man, I could not get to you. They had a flamethrower and shit, and a guy running around with a hammer. I think it did this season, so I think it is this season, Sci-Fi. Like, it was a bust this season. That's why I'm clocking in more hours over. And first of all, I made a stand to not buy the season pass or any of the outfits, and there was a couple that I thought were cool. I can't remember what they were, but some of the outfits, and I was like, I held tight, man. I didn't buy them. I boycotted the dollars, and then ended up boycotting the game in hours. I didn't do it intentionally though, but I played the first Descendant because the community really wanted to like it, right? Early on, especially. And I think it fit some people like a glove, and some people not, you know? Some people tried it, they didn't like it. Some people loved it. Is it another bounty? I guess so. And so I didn't think I would like it. I didn't think I would like it at all. It's normally not my bag. From like, you know, I like more military than fantasy, you know, kind of stuff, and my enemies to be human more, and I do play sci-fi games. It's not that I didn't, but they have to strike it right, you know. And I don't like two-story enemies and all that kind of shit, you know. This game has those things, but the build structure is amazing. The character creation is amazing. The animations are amazing. Like, man, I want to meet their character designer because he did a really good fucking job. Is this in the basement here? No. Let's just run around the block and see what happens. They did a really good job with the game, and there's things that it's not a perfect game by no means, but I really enjoy it. And it's young, and they're building on it. They're stacking on it, and these developers are. Maybe here. I don't know if this is right, but feels like it's gonna take a right turn. Oh wait, we got the snitch. Let's get him. All right. Sorry, man. That's probably not the right way, but I guess we can go this way now. So yeah, the game's not for everybody. But my point is like, that's what happens when they fuck up, is that people are gonna start investing in other games, you know, almost by necessity, right? What are you gonna do? And for me, like I said, yeah, 2 seasons in a row. I mean, they're just not listening to us on the gear. It's more complicated than to not listening. It's they're doubling, tripling down on fucking the dark zone. Just give it up. The PvP in this game fucking sucks. It always has. Give it up, man. Like, just let it go. You know, nobody likes it, and I know that there's a couple people that do. But I need to see. Okay. But it just really not very many people like it. And when they drop, like, the whole season seems to be another PvP emphasis, and they're spending all this time trying to how do you say, fix the bugs in PvP, and they just more bugs keep getting introduced, and it's just, that's never working, and it just becomes a constant problem in there. And that pisses PvP people off, and they complain about it and give the devs more work. And oh man, a lot of it's that, you know. There we go. We're in the right place now. We accidentally got here. If they don't have the resources in the game, then something's got to give, don't you think? And it can't be PvE. And that's what just happened 2 seasons in a row. 2 seasons in a row, PvP was sacrificed for PvE. PvE was sacrificed for PvP. And I know PvP do not like to hear me say that. PvP players do not like me that I said that at all, right? Like, nobody plays it and whatever, but from where I sit, that's real. You know, from where I sit, it's never been that big. All the PvP players that were highly invested, they're gone, you know? They're not here anymore. I mean, look at Coldboy's gone. He left a long time ago. He was a big PvP player. Whereas, you know, the vibes, right? He's not playing the Division 2 anymore. He bounces in from time to time. But I mean, these were the guys that I knew to be the bigger PvP players. Does Bishop Boas still play? I don't know. I don't really follow him or anything, but I haven't seen anything about him. You know, not that he made videos or anything like that, but he might still play. I don't know. But he was hardcore PvP. And I don't know how. I don't know how people like play hardcore PvP in this game. Like, damn. What's so good about it? Like, I wish it was good, though. I do. I wish the best for PvP, but it's just been dead for so long. and constantly gets in the way from PvE development. So yeah, it's not a very popular thing to say, but I think everybody knows it. Barbecuing some outcasts in here, huh? But yeah, but you're right. I mean, another season of bad gear with, oh man, I can't handle it. I can't. Because that's what I look forward to the most, me personally. I just, the gear is the best part of this game, the build system. And it's the same thing like that for X Defiant. It's just that their build system is wrapped in different layers, right? So there's the character themselves is part of the build. So you would have to be excited about that too. They release different characters. So in this game, like, you have artillery turret, but in them they have an artillery person. You know, these talents are strictly artillery. And then what you want to do with it, you know, min-max this or that, or balance it out for open world or for bosses. It's up to you. And so that's why gear is exciting for me in this game. It's because, man, you can spend. It is the experience. It is the experience in looter shooters. And it's not that we don't want missions, but the builds make those, because in looter shooters there's always the loop, the replayable loop, right? Like, we always ask for more content in the Division 2. Let's see what he says. There we go. That was a manhunt. That was the manhunt, guys. A message. And there's comms. But that was it. Same mission, just a message at the end, right? Like, so the missions are, we always ask for more content in this game, and people are like, well, we want more replayable content. Yeah, we do, I agree. But the replayable content is the gear in so many ways, because the loot, it's always, even if they added a new mission, a new replayable mission, right, and that you loved it, it's gonna feel mundane. It's gonna get to that point. It's not at first, it's gonna feel great, right? But every time, if you're able to, let's go check out the comms, Veiljack. I'm gonna bring us back. If you're able to change your gear and change your build and play that same mission, it feels like a different experience. It's the same mission or whatever, but you're experiencing it different. From a tank perspective, from a status effect perspective, from a hybrid build perspective. And it keeps the fun rolling. It keeps the fun rolling. And all looter shooters are the same thing. Loop-de-loop-de-loops. A bunch of loops. You're playing the same content over and over again. No game is going to be releasing new content every single month. It's just not going to happen. Who can develop like that? You know, and then the games get so massive, you get dead zones if they do, right? Like, some games will have, like, incursions that are only available on the weekends. And then those rotate, you know? And, you know, that can be interesting. It can bring players back, or it can push them away. You know, there's some things there. But either way, massive following and development to be able to do that, to fill those voids. But you got to keep the game dense. And for us, anyways, the builds are been keeping a chunk of the community going forward. And you know who those people are, because they're still here. They got the big watches usually, right? And the ones that aren't as into builds, it's not that they don't enjoy them, but the ones that rely more on the replayable content, like true, not true content, but traditional content like missions and raids. I'm probably not gonna do another mission. VL Jack, appreciate you, bro. I'm just gonna talk shop here. They bail every season. It's the same thing. It's been so the pattern has been around the same. It's been very predictable for a very long time, and which is why I've been looking forward to a new seasonal structure. Now, the seasonal characters isn't it, but I've been very interested in a new seasonal structure because I'm tired of players leaving the game as soon as the manhunt ends, and that's how it would be. So people would come in, they would grind their, and the devs knew this, and they were trying to address it, but they chose wrong, I think. And so, but players would come in, they'd grind the seasonal rewards track in a day or 3, right? And then they'd play with some stuff for a while, and then they'd bounce and go play Destiny or go play whatever game, right? And then they'd come back every time a manhunt was unlocked. So once a month, and they'd finish the manhunt, and then they would never come back until the next season. We wouldn't see them, right? They're gone. And so that's a kind of a more traditional player that looks forward to fresh content. Those players are pissed, right? Because this is probably the worst manhunt they could have experienced. Second to the seasons where they were recycling the manhunts. So they did that at one point, if you weren't here for that. We were playing year 1 manhunts over again because the developers were not able to develop anything new for a while. It took them a whole year and a half or something like that to get out of that loop. And so we got 2 types of players, and this is why this is probably the worst season ever. Because even though in the past they didn't redevelop new manhunts and they recycled those, they were still giving us new gear. So we got repeat manhunts, but we were getting new gear. So there was still that. Now in this season, so we got 2 types of players we just defined, right? You have the people that are really interested in the traditional content, and then you have the people that are really interested in builds and see builds as the real content. Everybody wants both though, right? Okay, so we got the 2 types of people. So this season happens and we get 0 for the 2. So we don't get new missions. We don't get new content. We don't get a fresh manhunt. It is a new manhunt, but it's the same content with a sound bite. And then we get no new missions outside of that. Like where in the past, we got Countdown, and we got Descent, and we got the Summit, all of that stuff. And I don't expect to get that kind of stuff every season or whatever, but the manhunt has got to make up for that. The manhunt's got to be exciting enough to keep that, let's just say 50% of the player base around, who's going to leave anyways. And that always sucks. But now they're not even coming back. You know, once they realize what it is, maybe they do the first season, so they're probably going to come and grind their seasonal pass, and they see what's ahead of them, and they're like, fuck it, I'm not coming back. You know, maybe to do the final manhunt, they'll grind it all together, you know? And so that's why we're going to see a dip there. And then they deliver us shit gear, you know, and we're doing our best to make the best builds out of what is good, which is basically the Eagle Grasp and the let's say it right for those people that require me to say Brazen correctly. The Brazen Shotgun, the Thorn. Right? But the outside of that, what do we get? Nothing, right? The exotics were lame. I know some content creators celebrate the Diamondback, but it was not an improvement. The best thing that happened there was we got more ammo, but the talent is the same. It performs the same as it did before they changed it. You know, they polished a turd. And so it's nothing to write home about. And what ends up happening is now we're running out of gas on both sides, on both tanks, basically, right? We're out of gas on both sides of the community. So the community's like, I don't have any gear and I've grinded out, you know, and I have nothing to grind for. And I still have builds that I can share and all that stuff, you know, which is great when I'm going to continue to do that. But it's just like, but, you know, they took the excitement part out of the game by not delivering something so simple, you know, which was the delivery that they missed. Okay, was the feedback that they were provided, and there goes the most difficult part of the what I face as somebody who loves this game. It's just like, we gave you that feedback. We told you the gear was shit. Everybody did. We made videos about it. There were thousands of comments in those videos. Mine and other people, right? There was the PTS. There's no way that gear could launch as it did. And it did, you know? And it did. And so we took that turd and we tried to make the best out of it, right? So breaking point, you know, not that good, but, you know, 2 pieces. Yeah, it's pretty fun on a couple of builds. The Eagle's grasp, great gloves, love it, you know, love these gloves. So they're sadly the best thing we received out of this season, you know, but I can't run a season off a single piece of gear, right? Nobody can. The whole season can't be run on a single piece of gear unless it's the Ouroboros. Then everybody's running around with the Ouroboros, right? That did happen. Should we go see if we can find the snitch? Let's go do that, by the way. I mean, we found the snitch, but let's see. Where's Danny? Is he open? Probably not till tomorrow. Danny, the closed. Okay, but let's go see if we can find the snitch. Our usual places are here. This is my favorite. So we'll start there. Now, he's not going to have the squirt gun until we complete the summer event, but it sounds like they brought back the chill out masks and stuff. If that's correct. The eagle scream. I almost say the eagle's nest. Which was like the Nazis' version of Camp White Oak. The eagle's nest. Okay, so he's not here. So let's go to here. What up, Adam? Doing good, man. Talking shop. Did a bunch of group gameplay. We just literally finished the Manhunt. Oh, I forgot to check the comms. Give me a second to do that. There's usually some comm files we can listen to. I don't know if there are this time, but so if you don't see the red blip on your screen right away, he typically doesn't come. So it's about as long as I invest in these right there. And then here's my other favorite spot. Now, there's 1,000 places this guy can come from. I just have my loop. And if I don't get him in these 3 places, then I usually just log out and do those same 3 places instead of going to the other 100. Because I think he's on a clock, if I understood correctly from the past. I think he's on a clock, and so what you're doing by logging out and logging back in is resetting that clock. And so he's not coming out here either. So let's log out. So some people got really good at farming him. So we're talking about the goblin, and they would log out, log back in, and he'd be there every time. Every time. Log out, log back in, or switch characters, whatever you want to do. Same diff. Is he pretty cool? Is he got a bunch of shit in there? Is he dressed summertime, by the way? DZ South. All right. Try that. He comes by Tidal Basin entrance often, too. Nice. He looked normal. Got it. That's too bad. They should have gave him some boarding shorts. Or put him in his string bikini. Can you imagine him running at you with the string bikini swimsuit? So this is... Are our invadeds not working? What about call for backup? I'm gonna try it. It looks like it's working. You know the outfit, the swimsuit outfit that that Kazakhstanian reporter Borat wore? Like one of those would be fucking hilarious in this game. So canceled it, I think. Because I fast traveled? No, it still says it's there. Okay, good. So he's not around here. A mankini. Very nice. Man, that guy fucking cracks me up. He gets my funny bone, man, for sure. That guy is so funny. Fuck. And then they brought in that girl in the second one. And then he's married to that hot little redhead, right? I forget her name, but... And they got to be the weirdest looking couple because she's small and he's really tall. The naked guy's fighting where he sits on his face. Holy shit. And he keeps doing it. Like he did it in multiple movies, right? Like, man. How does he do it? I like when they're in the hotel elevator and they all of a sudden get like respectful in the hotel elevator. Okay, I'm gonna try these other ones. Let's go down there here too. Isla Fisher. Yeah, don't you think she's hot? She's a little hottie, Isla. I like that movie where they were playing like tag and she's like the wife, the psycho wife that gets all into it and shit. Okay, he's not gonna come into the mission, so. Yeah. Me too. For me too. That's a good cycle. Let me try it here. You're not into crazy chicks? How about the mean but pretty thing? Pretty but mean thing. Is that? Not here. Usually I have better luck than this, but I've had my days with this dude. Come on, Gobbly. He's usually pretty quick to come out of this hole. Alright. It's gonna be like that, huh? Alright, let's log out again. Oh, Daniel, I didn't see your question earlier. Yeah, I was using the Nemesis. So till the 20th, 15 days to farm him, huh? He's actually a pretty important farm for new players. Oh, with that chill out mask. Not many variations you need anymore. I think just for the protection from leads, you're good. Before, it was good to have all of them, all the possibilities. But with the introduction of new gear over time, there's usually something better outside of a max protection from elites build. Like you could do a hazard protection one, or repair skills, or skill haste, but now we got more options that provide those things. Damn, he's really holding out on me today. Oh. All right, well, let's finish the loop, and I'm gonna give up after that. I don't need anything from him. I'll come back for the squirt gun, I guess. Is he hosting everything at once, or is he on a rotation? Have you guys noticed? So, for example, does he have the chill out mask and the Slayer and the marksman rifle, or is it just one item? So yeah, like I would already see him right here, so he's not coming out here. Let's try this place again. So yeah, one at a time then, okay. Before there was a bug where the mask was dropping in countdown. Let's stand here for a second, see if he runs at us. You'd hear a waddle, waddle, waddle. Oh, all right. Last stop. Yeah, I wonder if the mask is. Sometimes they bring back old bugs. It's not a rare thing in this game, so it's like worth checking and countdown to see if it's dropping. That call for backup, you think it would have ever come through? What was the error with the call for backup before? Because it looks like it's working. I mean, nobody's coming right away, but, you know, it could be just slow times. And the right to the parking lot. Gotcha. So like over here. I'll just cruise through the whole area here. I've gotten him before, out of here before too. I'm never sure. He probably comes out of that manhole, huh? All right, it worked. Thanks, bud. I hope you got my message. Some people don't get those messages. Do I have that one? I don't have that one. Sorry, man. I don't have that emote equipped. All right, let's get out of here. Appreciate you, though, man. What's the wrong one? I hope I didn't waste his time. I hope he got my message. No, I don't think people know my name. Oh, it's not that obvious. You know what I mean? You really have to be paying attention to my videos. Say DeathCab3412. But it's working for Xbox, so it must be limited to certain platforms, but some people are still complaining that's not working, so... I mean, it's working for me, at least. So let's see if grouping up with somebody else. So Lincoln Memorial, Jefferson Plaza, Lincoln Memorial. Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, he comes out here right at the front door sometimes. It's okay. I mean, if it's spawning for you guys, I was just trying to make sure he was spawning for people. But it sounds like enough of you are seeing him. If he doesn't come for me, I don't actually need anything in. Not hearing any waddling. Yeah, that's okay. Let's go back to the White House because I want to listen to see if we got anything special for collectibles. Yeah, sometimes you have your good days and your bad days with that spawn thing. You know. Most of the time I'm pretty lucky with, or normal with him. I don't feel lucky with him, but normal, you know. I don't get too fanatical about it, you know. But, you know, I'll do it a couple of times until I get him, but it would only take a couple of times and then I'd move on. But you used to be able to truly farm him, where there wasn't the rotation thing. And then they added that around the time they introduced the marksman rifle, I think. So for the chill out masks originally, it was so much easier. You could literally farm them over and over again and get all your mask variations. Okay, so let's go to progression. There's going to be some comms here, hopefully. Collectibles, and then comms. And then we're looking for this season. Manhunt. Okay, so here's a manhunt. Are we in Rain of Fire? No, we did Vanguard last season, right? Is that this season? What's this season called? First Rogue. There's no First Rogue? I didn't see it. I'm blind. First Rogue. There's always one. I just probably missed it. Is there not one this season? Manhunt, Concealed Agenda. I'm gonna just go through and fail out. First of all, there it is. Okay. I was gonna say I had to go through it. I was like, that'd be so weird and disappointing. Okay, let me turn off the music. And let me turn up my audio here. All right. So these are the new comms. Welcome home. Aaron King leaves a message for a new recruit. I think we heard that one already. So these are what we collected today. Like probe your asshole? That's a weird way to start a conversation. He didn't do anything weird to you, did he?
Other than the scan and the vitamins, did she give you anything?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's called sleep, Manny. You should take your own advice and go to bed.
She slipped something in your drink.
Understand what happened so I can help.
Woke up
Keep it
naked.
safe.
You wanna help? Stop talking and give me a massage. Help me sleep so I can keep growing this human inside me.
You're right.
Okay. Who's listening in on this conversation?
Or a bomb.
Okay, that's enough fake conspiracies. You really need to find some new friends.
How did they get that calm, right? They were like laying in bed together.
Found a note, but no idea where she could have gone.
She'll be okay. You know that woman can't be killed. She's too stubborn to die.
Yeah. I'm just worried Vic might be right.
You really have to stop listening to Vic. Go visit John or help Mel on the farm. Vic is not a good role model.
I know, I will. Soon. I need to find out what happened to Kelso first.
Well, ask Jack and Wally if they can check the mobile shade server. Or have Birdie access Black Tusk's comms. They're probably looking for her too. And if she is a hunter, they're probably talking about it.
I tried. They've been quiet. Since White Oak, the comms have all been really quiet. I guess they took Birdie's security breach seriously.
The Black Tusk have gone dark. That's funny.
Think I preferred intercepting their shit talking. It was oddly comforting, but now, yeah, it's just a black void with no intel, and the mobile shade server is picking up intel about Keener in some place called.
That's weird.
Yeah,
Did they just bleep that out for us?
Data is normally useful, right?
yeah, in hindsight. But I can't make heads or tails of these comms. Does Isaac want us to go to?
That's stupid. Why would they do that? Because nothing else that was said was interesting. And then the part that could have been interesting, they bleeped out, man. They redacted.
Fuck!
Okay, let it out. Let it out, it's healthy.
How the fuck could you do this to us?
Hey, you don't know what she's doing, okay?
She's coming to DC with them.
Yes, that is correct.
They are the most dangerous people on the planet.
No, they're not, Manny.
Who is more dangerous than Aaron fucking Keener?
Calvin McManus, Natalia Sokolova, Birdie,
Yep.
Mel, Dr. Summers, Vic when he opens his mouth.
Why is
he
Birdie
doesn't
more
scream
dangerous?
Screaming like that?
Oh, I'm sorry. I've given her so much time and energy, and I trusted her. This whole time was she working?
Birdie's on our team. How is she more dangerous?
Hey, of course not. Kelso is complicated, but she's not a liar.
She's ex-CIA. You never know.
Yeah, she is ex-CIA because she's too fucking honest, and when she sees something wrong, she fixates on trying to fix it.
You're like way smarter than me, aren't you?
She's everybody's ex-CIA. There is no CIA anymore.
This is about Faye and Diamond.
Diamond.
Yeah, Faye's mission. She was after Diamond. Kelso's been obsessed with figuring out what Diamond is.
Well, that's Sokolova's favorite shape. And Claire has a project code named Diamond.
So, maybe that's what all of this is about. And because your comms are compromised, she's coming home to talk to you because it's not safe to share what she's found.
When did you get so optimistic?
Oh, it's the hormones. You know you can't trust pregnant women. We're all emotional and irrational and forget everything.
I like you pregnant. If it's possible, I think you're even more focused and intelligent and sexy.
Okay, mister. Okay, if you're gonna start something, you take the battery out of your comms. Eva's right.
Yeah, DARPA's unregulated.
Better sex life.
They're not regulated. It's really interesting.
I don't know what he's doing.
Do you know what he's doing?
Not really.
Do you want to know?
Not really.
Do you think it would make a difference if you did know?
Honestly, probably not.
Okay. So what do you want to do?
Invent a time machine and go back to 2015 and shoot Gordon Amherst in the head.
Cool. So in this alternate timeline, you're in jail for killing a random professor, and I'm in Florida reintroducing Dolly to the Gulf after an oil spill and hoping she doesn't die.
Something like that.
Something like that.
Never would have met. And this little girl we're making wouldn't exist.
What's with the baby talk all the time? Like, what's the significance of the baby?
Bad. If you learn how to let go of the shit you can't control.
You know what I mean? Like, all of these comms is such an emphasis on her being pregnant. We get it, she's pregnant, but it's irrelevant. And it's not making me buy into Mari's character more, you know? Unless they tell me it's Keener's baby. You know what I mean? I'm like, all right. But what's the significance of it? Tell me that. Like, I get it. So she's pregnant, you know? but like every one of these comms is like there's more. I don't know.
Excellent work, Leto. I'm glad you're starting to see the truth about your fearless leader, Manny. And there's only one more test you need to pass, Nix, before I can tell you about Diamond.
Nix. Is that our code name? What is Nix? Anybody know that? I don't. Were we told that before and I don't remember? What's Nix? Okay, so this one's not a comm. So we're all made sacrifices. Me, I sacrificed my time waiting for you to complete your trials. I don't have the luxury of delegating this particular task. Maybe if I had a full staff, a settlement equipped with couches, video games, limitless power, and water, Leto, if only the people in the theater knew what we've done for them and what we are about to do, they would worship me. Really? Leto, only if only the people in the theater knew. I don't remember who Leto is either. Is Leto on our roster? Let's look.
Hello, Agent.
No, it doesn't look like it.
Later.
I don't remember who Leto is. If I ever knew. But it sounds like somebody related to the theater. Oh, Nix is the final hunt? There it is. Thank you. Awesome. It is a final hunt. Good, good, good. Okay. So nothing mysterious about that. He's just saying the next one. Okay, cool. Now who's Leto? Leto was the last one. Okay, that was just the name of it. Weird that they stuck that in the com. Okay, they're just names. That's why we don't know what they are. These they're just random words. EHLN. YEHLN. Do you guys wonder? Do you guys have any idea the significance of these words? Echo, Hercules, Leto, Nix. Let me Google that sequence and see if anything comes up. So, Echo. I like going down conspiracy row, so you know. Hercules, Leto, NYX. So Leto is a Greek Titan goddess of motherhood. Whoa. What do you think about that? What did we just, we were just talking about that, right? She was a female Titan, the bride of Zeus, and the mother of twin gods Apollo and Artemis. Yeah, it is Greek. Good. But it was interesting because I was just asking, and I get it now, like the relationship between the word Leto and Mila, or whatever her name is, right? So because Greek goddess of motherhood, she's pregnant. So must be a significance to her baby, you would think. Or they're just saying that because she happens to be pregnant. Echo, nymph of Greek mythology. Echo was an Oread nymph of mountain, whatever. The goddess of cursed her with just an echo for her voice as punishment. Nyx was a primordial goddess night in Greek mythology, a protagonist deity. Sorry. Nyx would be mother of many other deities, including Thanatos and Hypnos. So another mother. So maybe it's like Mila in cahoots with Kelso. Mila and Kelso. All Greek gods, though. And they might all be related to Hercules. Really? I don't know that about the Eagle Bear. Nymphs and whatnot. Yeah, nymphs and whatnot. It's interesting for a minute. See where that goes. The lore is always interesting in the Division 2, no doubt. You know, no doubt. But at the very least, we could have some different fights to go along with it, and maybe some better weapons, huh? Okay, well, that's the build I used for today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Sorry I didn't get to find Mr. Wandering Goblin, but maybe later this week. So the new project should be opening up daily. So I am going to be balancing back into Division 2 into my live streams and videos. So look forward to that. I am going to try to put out a build video in the morning. I really hope that works out. If not, look forward to it the next day. But yeah, all right. Thanks for coming back and hanging out with me, folks. I will see you on the next one.